All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking an absolutely incredible transformation. It's fascinating to look at this case study of how Wipro Technologies, a global IT services firm with operations in over 20 countries, didn't just improve a little bit, but completely revolutionized its operations. They morphed into an international IT giant by embracing a methodology known as Six Sigma. If you've ever wondered how a massive company engineers near flawless execution, you are definitely in the right place. So, we're anchoring our investigation around a few specific, highly debated questions drawn right from the Wipro case study. First up, what was the massive catalyst that actually triggered this quality revolution? From there, we'll answer the core questions about their overall strategy, the real financial outcomes, and their eventual evolution into consultancy.
Here's our roadmap for the explainer. First, Wipro's transformation journey. 2, the catalyst for change. 3, TQM versus Six Sigma. 4, overcoming implementation hurdles. 5, costs versus business benefits. And finally, number 6, the consulting evolution.
Okay, starting with Section 1, Wipro's transformation journey.
Believe it or not, this tech giant story actually starts back in 1945 as a vegetable oil company. I know, right? It wasn't until the early 1980s, amidst all the economic liberalization happening in India, that they finally expanded into the IT sector. Fast forward to today, and they're a premier global IT services provider. Actually, they were the very first company outside the US to win the IEEE Software Process Award and literally the first software services company globally to hit CMI Level 5 certification. That is a massive leap from cooking oil.
Moving right along to Section 2, the catalyst for change.
You might be wondering, what caused this pivot? Well, it turns out the catalyst wasn't some internal visionary whim. It was a strict external demand. A top U.S. provider of communication networks, a huge client, demanded vastly improved product performance for a telecom application. Wipro immediately realized, hey, we have to urgently align our operations with what our customers actually need. This single wake-up call sparked a deep focus on quality and forced a new learning environment that drove them straight to Six Sigma.
That brings us to Section 3, TQM versus Six Sigma.
To really get Wipro's strategy, we have to clear up a distinction from the case study: total quality management versus Six Sigma. Think of TQM as a broad cultural philosophy. It's all about getting everyone in the organization to focus on continuous quality. But Six Sigma? That is a highly disciplined, measurement-based statistical beast. It's relentlessly focused on near perfection by actively eliminating defects using hard data. Six Sigma applies intense rigor, using frameworks like DMAIC, which stands for Define, Measure, Analyze, Improve, and Control, to just surgically remove errors.
Let's look at Section 4, overcoming implementation hurdles. Now, completely rewiring a company is tough, and the case study outlines 4 major hurdles they faced. First, securing absolute backing from top management was absolutely crucial to build a supportive culture. Then they had to play it smart, strategically selecting initial projects that had a really high chance of success, just to get some rapid wins and build momentum. Plus, balancing short-term and long-term resources was a constant struggle, which meant they had to pull together specialized expert groups to rigorously review projects and keep things on track.
To handle all this friction, Wipro actually adapted the methodology into their own unique system called DSSS+, custom-built for software development. It works in 3 linear steps. Step 1, define rigorous in-process metrics. Step 2, conduct deep root cause analysis during the actual development lifecycle, not just at the end. And Step 3, deliver totally defect-free software to the customer. It's a proactive approach rather than waiting for things to break.
Down to Section 5, costs versus business benefits.
So, what was the actual return on investment here? Well, Wipro's upfront operational costs were huge. They trained an army of over 15,000 workers in Six Sigma. They developed 180 highly certified black belts, all while totally restructuring their internal setup. But the payoff was unbelievable. They achieved close to a 250% process improvement, they significantly lowered application development costs, and drove some seriously impressive increases in shareholder value.
Just to put that success into perspective, think about this metric for a second. After maturing their Six Sigma program, Wipro achieved a staggering 91% project completion rate on schedule. When you compare that to the industry average of just 55% at the time, you can see how this entirely separated them from the competition.
These hard metrics prove that quality isn't just a buzzword, it's a massive financial asset. They didn't just hit their goal of a 200% improvement, they crushed it, hitting nearly 250%.
Data transfer times slashed. A 1 megabyte transfer went down to just 6 minutes, bringing average times to 18 minutes. And honestly, one of the coolest takeaways is that they built this yellow belt culture across the whole staff. Everyday employees were suddenly catching and fixing minor glitches before they ever escalated into costly disasters.
Finally, let's hit Section 6, the consulting evolution.
Because they had built such a wildly successful internal program, their objective naturally started shifting outward. They decided to impart all this hard-won Six Sigma knowledge to their own clients. It's brilliant, really. They don't just want to fix a client's problem, they want to empower that client to take ownership, produce their own results, and sustain that success long after the consulting engagement ends.
Today, Wipro uses over 200 PMI-certified consultants to deliver this. They focus on 3 main things. First, they institutionalize Six Sigma by working with senior management to find pain points and drive widespread change. Second, they dive straight into problem solving, finding root causes and establishing corrective actions. And third, they provide heavy-duty instruction, training folks on DMAIC, their DCSS Plus system, and key statistical tools. They are literally integrating process management for clients based entirely on their own playbook.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a thought. If a 1945 vegetable oil company can use disciplined, data-driven methods to transform into a flawless global IT leader, what processes in your own work are just waiting to be perfected? Look around at your daily operations. Where are the bottlenecks, and how could a little Six Sigma rigor help you eliminate them for good? Thanks for exploring this with me, and keep questioning how you can level up your own processes.